Are you ready for activity 2? Are you ready for activity 2? Okay, the title is Learning About a National Sleep Survey. So the Better Sleep Council surveyed 1,000 adults in America about their sleep habits. Their sleep habits. You know habits, right? Yes. Something they do all the time. So sleeping you do every day, so those are your sleep habits. And the chart on pages 125 through 127 shows some of the results of the survey. So you were supposed to listen to the sentences and fill in the missing information in the charts and discuss additional information to the right of the chart. So did you listen to your CD? Yes. That's a good thing. Let's listen to it now.
Effective academic listening. Activity 2. Learning about a national sleep survey. Page 125. Listen to the sentences and fill in the missing information in the chart.
1. Do you get more or less sleep than you need? 54% of all respondents answered that they get less sleep than they need.
Ooh, less sleep than they need. 54%. 54%.
28% of males said they get just the right amount of sleep.
28% of males. So they get just the right amount of sleep.
14% of females responded that they get more sleep than they need.
14% of females responded that they get more sleep than they need.
2. Do you think sleep loss is bad for you?
Do you think sleep loss is bad for you?
75% of all respondents answered that sleep loss is bad.
Sleep loss is bad.
23% of males answered that sleep loss is not bad.
23% of males answered that sleep loss is not bad.
4% of females said they don't know whether sleep loss is bad or not.
24% or 4% of females said they don't know.
3.
Sleep loss is bad or not.
What is the main consequence for you of not getting enough sleep? 20% of all respondents answered that crankiness is the main consequence.
Ooh, crankiness.
9% of males said they are less productive when they don't get enough sleep.
How many?
50% of females responded that loss of energy is the main consequence of not getting enough sleep.
Loss of energy. Did you get that percentage?
4. How much sleep do you average on weeknights?
How much sleep do you average on weeknights?
9% of males answered that they get less than 5 hours of sleep on weeknights.
Less than.
30% of females get an average of 6 to 7 hours of sleep on weeknights.
How many percent?
1% of all respondents don't know how many hours they sleep.
Sorry. Now you're in my video.
5.
How much sleep do you average on weekend nights? 11% of all respondents answered that they average 5 to 6 hours of sleep on weekend nights. 42% of males responded they get 8 or more hours of sleep on weekend nights on average. 23% of females said that their average amount of sleep on weekend nights is 7 to 8 hours.
Okay, so how did you do with those numbers? Was that easy or difficult? Pretty easy to hear those numbers? Easy. You like easy? Sometimes you like easy and sometimes you like hard, right? Okay, so what did you get for the first item? Do you get more or less sleep than you need? We had to fill in for females, and the percentage is 14%. Right. 14% of females said they get more sleep. And for less sleep, what did all males and females say together? What was the number? Did you get? 54%? Good. Okay. And just the right amount. Males said they got just the right. How many people? How many? 28%. Right. And How about they don't know? Do a lot of people say they don't know, or just a few people? Just a few. Only 2% don't know. Okay, and the second question was about do you think sleep loss is bad for you? And how many of the respondents altogether said yes, sleep loss is bad for you? Okay, 75%. 75% of all people said it was bad for you. And how many said it's not bad for you? Well, if it's all, it's 21%. If it's male, 23%. Okay. And how many think this question? I don't know. I don't know the answer to this one. Females answered 4%. They said they didn't know if sleep loss is bad or good. And what about number 3? What is the main consequence for you of not getting enough sleep? And the loss of energy, we have all people lose energy, 48%, but females, how many? What did you hear? Excuse me, is that 50 or 15? Did you say 15 or 50? 50%, okay. Crankiness. Crankiness is the noun that goes with cranky. The cranky is the adjective, and crankiness is the noun. So suffer from crankiness. How many people suffer from crankiness? 20% of all, right. 20% females, 20% males too. And how many feel less productive? How many males feel less productive? 9%, right. Okay. And number 4, how much sleep do you average on weeknights? On weeknights, what is the percentage of males who average less than 5 hours? 9%. Okay. And about sleeping 5 to 6 hours, what is the percentage for all? 20%, right. And 6 to 7 hours, how about females? What is their percentage? 30% of females answered they sleep 6 to 7. How about 7 to 8 hours on average? 23% for all of them, okay. How many of sleep 8 or more hours on average? How many of them average 8 or more hours during the weekdays? 19%. Okay, right. Anybody say they don't know? Yeah, a small percentage. Just 1% say they don't know how much they get. Okay. Number 5, how much sleep do you average on weekend nights? Weekend nights. Okay, how about less than 5 hours? What do most people say? Only 6%. How about 5 to 6 hours? 11%. How about 6 to 7 hours? 21%. And how about 7 to 8 hours? What do the females say? 23% of females say they get 7 to 8 hours. And how about 8 or more hours? Well, men say they get, how many of them get more than 8 hours? 42% of males say they get 8 or more hours of sleep on the weekend. And how about females? The same or different? More or less? Less. How many females get 8 or more hours on the weekend? 34%. And how many don't know? Only a small number, 1%. Right. Okay, let's look at language.